Hello everyone, I'm Karen Joseph with SEVENnetworking. I'm in Vegas this week, excited to be here with our SEVENnetworking members. My virtual assistant Laura is here with me. Hi Sue. We are going to see the show tonight, Marriage Can Be Murder. Hi Hugs in the Mail, how you doing Mark? Marriage can be murder. If you're married, give me some hearts. I'm married 21 years. Hey, hey, hey. 21 years. Hello, Big Tuna. Nice to meet you. Invite some friends if you want. This is just a little motivation, pep you up, pick you up. For those of you who haven't done a scope yet, maybe you're a little bit nervous, maybe. And I just want to give you a little bit of advice and tell you a little bit about myself. So I am Karen Joseph with SEVENnetworking. For those of you who know, 31 years married, wow, yay, Tag Tribes. I'm a member of Tag Tribes, love the Tag Tribes. For those of you who are new to my scopes, you did your first scope today? That's wonderful. How do you feel after doing it? That's so great. My face looks very grainy in here, but I'm going to keep talking. So anyhow, I started scoping a few weeks ago, and I have found, see, you feel much better now. You can jump in and do more. How do you handle with perverts? You just block them. You just click on their names, get rid of them. Say to them, bye buddy, or say nothing. Sue Urban is also a Seven member. She did her second day of scoping today. I wanted to talk a little about that. Yesterday she came on. She was extremely nervous, but she got through it. Then she did another one later in the day. Now she just did her third scope today, and she knocked it, rocked it out of the house. She did amazing. I spoke to her on the phone after her scope, and she was like, wow, yes, I'm really getting more comfortable. And you know what? If you haven't done a scope yet, start by doing it small. It doesn't have to be anything big. You can even do a private one. Invite a few of your friends. Doesn't have to be long, a couple minutes. I know some people who haven't done, their first scope was like showing their dog eating his food in the backyard. You don't have to go long. You don't have to go into a whole big lot of talking. Sue is scoping about surviving cancer, and she's really supportive, and she's helping people who have gone through their own struggle or maybe who are going through cancer now. And that is what the Periscope community is all about. I've been on Periscope for maybe 3 or 4 weeks. I find it to be an extremely supportive community. Everyone who is on there is offering comments, interacting. If you haven't done your scope yet, if you just want to get out there and feel comfortable, hop on people's scopes, offer some interaction, some comments, because that will connect you with new people as well, right? And like right now, I'm doing the scope and I feel like I'm just talking to myself. Talk. If someone was interacting, wink, wink, some of my friends out there, then I would have something else to talk about. I'm advising multiple real estate in Las Vegas about Periscope. They love it. Guess what, Digital Fargo? I am in Las Vegas right now. We need to meet. Have you heard of SEVENnetworking? We're a networking organization. We have 3 chapters here. And are you ready? I'm ready. Alicia, I adore you too. I'm ready, Hutch. Hey, beautiful Eric from Orlando. I know, let's do it. Okay, send me a DM. Follow me on Twitter and send me a DM. I try to motivate others, and I want to tell you my story because right now it looks like I have it all together. And at this point in my life, I'm 50 years old. I could basically talk to a stone. All right, I am a talker. I love people. I love connecting people. But as a child, I was extremely shy. I mean, I clung to my mother's knee wherever we went. If we went to a friend's house, I wouldn't go play with the kids. I sat there, hey. I sat there and I clung to her knee, and I was so shy. I was painfully shy. Then I went off to college. I was also painfully shy in college. Then I got my first job teaching. You're going to be in Vegas next week? Oh, we're just going to miss you. Just going to miss you, Peter. But we'll have to meet up here another time. So I try to come back every few months. You're going to have fun. So then I started my first job, and I was a teacher. that started to bring me out a little bit out of my shell. Hey, Gwen, Fun Services Arizona, hello. So I started my first job as a teacher. That started to bring me out of my shell a little bit because I was forced to obviously talk with the kids all day, which I was very comfortable doing. But then when I had those parent-teacher conferences, oh my God, my hands would sweat. And parent-teacher night, getting up and speaking in front of all of those parents in my classroom, I would die. I thought I was going to have a heart attack and die on those nights. My hands would sweat. My heart would be beating fast. All right? So that's who I was. That was probably early 30s. Then when I hit about 40, yes, party on in Vegas. Then when I hit about 40, I started realizing, you know what? I have a voice. I have a lot to offer others. I have a gift, and I should be sharing it with other people. And that's my passion. So I realized, you know what? I needed to be able to get up, be comfortable speaking in front of people. So I was an entrepreneur. Then in my 40s, I was a teacher turned entrepreneur. In my 40s, I started my own business, SEVENnetworking, 6 years ago. It's my passion. I love helping and supporting other entrepreneurs. I want to see you guys succeed in your business. I want to help promote you. I want to connect you. Oh, thank you, Hutch. Thank you for those hearts and those thumbs up. And I just want to tell you, you know what? You do have a voice inside of you. If you're shy, like I was, I'm telling you, I was extremely, Sue, I was quiet. I was shy. I'm telling you, I never wanted to go play with the other kids. I always wanted to be home. I always was like nervous. I'm telling you, my palms would sweat. And in school, as a child, when the teacher would call, you know, they go around the room and they call on students to read. Oh my God, I thought I was going to die if I had to speak in front of other kids in the class. But I realized when I turned about 40 that, you know what, it's important to get your message out there. People want to get to know you. People want to hear your story, right? They want to hear where you came from, where you're going. They want to get to know you. I know it's hard to imagine. Was I scared to fail becoming an entrepreneur? Well, you know what, Julio? I didn't really think about that. I'm from New York originally, now living in Arizona, and I have a huge, I never give up. So when entrepreneur, and I think if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you have to have that, you can't have that fear of failing. You have to take risks, right? There's going to be great days being an entrepreneur. There are going to be some days that are not so great. But I never had that fear of failing. Looking back, I just never had that feel. I just felt like, you know, when I moved to Arizona, I wanted to start a group to meet local entrepreneurs because I thought we could all get together, learn together, share our knowledge, and grow together. The more you learn, the more you earn. Exactly. When I was a teacher, I used to say, what was my saying? Earn while you learn. That's what we used to say. Earn while you learn. You're still very shaky after a few broadcasts, still trying to figure it out. And that is normal. That is totally normal. I mean, this is live streaming. We have never had this before in our lives, right? I mean, even if you're a YouTuber, you could make your YouTube video. If you didn't like it, you didn't have to show it, right? You could just delete it. Nobody would ever see it again. But this is live. This is people really getting into your space, into your life, learning who you are. And it's very transparent. It's very real. You can't hide behind anything when you're in front of the camera, right? Because everyone is seeing you live. Yes, especially seeing yourself talk. It is freaky. I mean, I have some makeup on today, but I used to not leave the house if I didn't have makeup on. Now I scope plenty of days, no makeup on, because I'm working on my business in the house. I'm not going to put my makeup on when it's 105 in Arizona. And you know what? You just kind of get over that and you realize how many people you're helping and you're supporting. Sue Urban does great scopes. You could do it, Gwen. You can do it. I met you when you were a little shy gal, and you have said that Seven has really brought you out of your shell. Learn something new, then teach someone. That's right, Lori, Heaven's Little. Lori is a massage therapist here in Arizona. Learn something, share it with others, right? We're all always learning. Periscope is brand spanking new. It's only been out a few months. Every place I go, I ask people, have you heard of Periscope? They say no. So it's new. There's so many new things out there, but it's fun learning new things, isn't it? Yes, that is true, Gwen. You were a very shy little gal, and now look at you. You're in the chamber. You're an ambassador. I have seen huge growth in you, and I'm so proud of that. I mean, that's amazing. That makes me so happy to hear, so happy to see and hear. So, yeah, so, you know, it is scary doing your first scope. My first scopes were not that great. Trust me, they were not great. I always had to have, hi, Sedona Donna. I always had to have notes in front of me. Sometimes I still do keep some notes, and that's good, especially when you're doing your first scope. Jot down a couple of things you want to talk about, because that way you'll have your notes right there, and it's kind of like comfort. You know, you can always glance down at your notes and glance back up, right? You don't have to be talking nonstop. You love Periscope. You're Teresa from Alabama. Hey, Teresa, nice to meet you. I love Periscope too, and thank you for those hearts. Notes are good if you're yes. Always learning with 7-2. Notes is a great idea. Make some bullet notes. Keep them there with you when you're doing your first scope, your second scope, your third scope. I think my first entire week of scoping, I kept notes there with me at all times. Just because you kind of like when you're talking, if you get a little flustered, you're like, what do I say now? Okay, and then you can just look down at your notes, and then you can just continue. Another thing I want to tell you about is get on as many bullet points, or yes, you lose your train of thought. Excuse me. Get on as many scopes of other people that you possibly can, because you'll watch what they're doing, you'll learn from them. I've learned a whole bunch of tips and tricks about Periscope from watching other people's scopes. It is invaluable, especially since Periscope is so brand spanking new, right? Everyone's trying to figure it out together. So there's no wrong, there's no right. You'll do my first scope before I leave Vegas. Woohoo, Laura Reich. Also keeps asking and chatting when get you off track. Well, you know what? You don't have to answer everyone's comment, right? I tend to answer a lot of them. Someone told me, she said, you know, people don't like when you stop when you're talking and then get sidetracked and start answering other people's comments. So it's probably not that important. You know, you want to interact. You want to acknowledge people, especially when they're coming on at first, because people like to be acknowledged, right? You know, when Sedona Donna, my friend Donna Solomon's in the room, she wants, if it's in person, she wants me to come over and give her a big hug and a kiss. If she's on my scope, she wants me to say, hey, Donna with Arbonne, nice to see you today, right? It makes people feel good. But you can't possibly acknowledge every single person that's coming in. I have my scope full of successful people, Angela Lopez, and now you. Oh, you're so sweet, Julio. So yeah, so watch other people's scopes, because that way you'll see what they're doing. You'll see their styles. You better give lots of hugs. Yeah, I can't wait to see you soon, Donna. And also, you know, you'll learn things. Also, interact with other people on different scopes, because that's a good way to connect with new people. I meet so many people when I'm on other people's scopes because people are interacting. I'll comment back, you know, we'll connect, and then you can connect with them off of Periscope as well, right? Periscope is just a tool to use to make that first connection. Then when you're off Periscope, you can connect with them, Skype with them, get to know them. It's all about building relationships. You're trying to figure out your style. Well, what do you scope about, Bailey Campbell? I'm not sure I've seen one of your scopes before, but yes, it does take a while to figure out your style, what your interests are, what your passions are. Art, well, that's very interesting. So do you show some of your pieces of your art, or do you teach art? I think people on Periscope, you know, they're going to come back and they're going to watch your scopes if there's value. If they can come back and they can feel motivated or they can learn something, they're going to come back. You're going to have a following. That's what I have found, right? Because you can flip through. Sometimes I'll go on Periscope at night just to see what's happening, and there'll be someone there crunching on a big apple. And I'm like, this is so boring. I click right off and go to the next person. So yeah, so show people. Show them how you do it. What do you scope about from Alabama? I want to get to know you. We want to get to know what you do. I think I'm following you too. I don't know. I'll have to check later. There's Miss Laura Reich. She snuck in the back. She's my virtual assistant here from Minnesota. If you don't have a virtual assistant, you need to get one because you can't. If you own a business, there's no way you can do everything by yourself. No way. It's just too hard. We get too overwhelmed. Hello, Valkova. You sound like maybe you're photobomb. Yes, photobomb from Laura Reich. Periscopes have to have substance. Exactly. Because if you're just sitting there eating a bar like Laura's doing now, hello from the Ukraine. Here she is eating a bar. Do you think people are going to just sit here and watch her eating? Like, just eat, Laura. Let's see what you're doing. Now, is that of substance? Is that of any value? Probably not. I mean, she's cute. She likes to laugh a lot. But, you know, it's just not, people are not going to come back and they're not going to watch her chomping on her bar there, right? There has to be value. You have to teach them. Hello from Virginia Beach. Oh, I wish I was at the beach now. I've been to Virginia Beach. It is beautiful. Right now I'm in Las Vegas, having fun here, visiting with all the 7 networking members. So that's my little snippet for today, my piece of advice. It's okay to be scared. We're all scared doing our first scopes. This is something brand new. I've not made my first scope yet, but I love Periscope and I love watching others. Well, that's cool. Do you have a business? Hi from Las Vegas. Yes, Sin City. Hello. You're in Las Vegas now. Las Vegas is always a fun place to come visit. Can't imagine living here, but it is fun to come visit. I live in the desert, though, too, in Arizona. And it is hot. Trevor Best. Hello, Trevor. So, anyone else want to tell people what they're scoping about so others who are on the scope? Help some people? I don't know. People on there, can you give any help? You're retired. You're enjoying your life. Well, that is cool because you should enjoy your life. Life can be very precious, very short. My dad passed away at the age of 59 and I just turned 50 and I'm just like, oh, that was just way too young. So yes, enjoy your life. Enjoy watching Periscope because it's fun, right? I mean, I think it's more fun than watching TV. You get to interact with people. You get to connect with new people, people from all over the world. I scope about health and wellness in a fun, not boring, overbearing way. Go-to kitchens. I'm going to be following you. Are you going to be scoping today? If I'm not following you yet, I definitely want to follow you because I want to be entertained, right? I want to hear about health and wellness in a fun way. All right, friends, have a fabulous day. You'll be scoping later somewhere in Vegas, I'm sure, because that's just what I do, where I am. You can definitely connect with me on Twitter, 7Networking. I also have a bookkeeping business, yes, in Arizona 2 Urban Book. Scoped about my new lip treatment. Yes, I have these fine lines. See these lines? I'm drinking out of a straw. I need to connect with you, Donna, see what I can do about those fine lines because, you know, once you hit 50, boop, goes downhill. So nice to meet you. You're a pleasure. I'll be following you. Enjoy. Okay, Teresa, thank you. Follow me on Twitter. You can find me on Facebook. I'm Karen Joseph. Have a great day. Nice to meet you, everyone. Bye, Mark. Hugs and kisses. Hugs in the mail. Hugs from Arizona. Kisses. Mwah. I mean, kisses from Vegas. What happens in Vegas? Not too much is going to be happening in Vegas. A lot of work. Some fun. Oh, Sue Urban says love to you and Laura.
Love you too, Sue.
Okay, bye. See you guys later. Sue, I think I learned how to turn this off. You're going to be very impressed. Here we go. Bye-bye.